21 Rockstar families, and welcome to our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you guys are having an absolutely extraordinary weekend. Rockstars, I am gearing up for one epic week of learning here in Room 21. But before we get to that, we got to count down the top 5 things that you guys need to know for the coming week. So let's get started. Number 5, I want to congratulate this week's rock star of the week, Christoph. Christoph's effective effort, his focus, his grit, his determination is absolutely spectacular and inspirational. And I am just so incredibly proud, Christoph, of that amazing effective effort that you put forth each and every day. So, congratulations, Christoph. You are this week's rock star of the week. Number 4, guys. Interims were sent home on Friday. You received the Stafford County Public Schools academic interim and then also the Barrett Academy interim based on our 5 core values. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. If you guys could just sign and return that copy as soon as you can, that would be wonderful. Just saying, hey, Mr. Riker, we saw the interim, and just let me know if you have any questions. You can write them right on the interim, guys, and I'll be sure to get back to you. So, try to get those back by week's end. Number 3, coming up on Thursday, is our annual Jump Rope for Heart event. We will be jumping rope beginning, I think, at 2:15, 2:20, and going to about the end of the day. That's when 5th grade will be jumping. So scholars, don't forget to wear comfortable sneakers for you to jump in. I'll be out there jumping for a little bit, but you guys know that it's going to be pretty horrendous. But I have some work to do with effective effort. I can get better. So I just need a little bit of practice with my jump rope. So that's coming up on Thursday. Also, guys, don't forget the lunch on Thursday is just a bit different. Hot dog or PB&J. It's not what is advertised on the regular calendar. So make sure that you pack if that's not something that you are interested in buying. Number 2, guys, would be this coming Friday/weekend. So we have a lot of things going on. First of all, Valentine's Day is on Friday. I sent home a class list with first names. It's also available in our weekly newsletter for you guys if you're interested in sending your scholar in with something to give other students in the class. I did tell the scholars, make sure that they bring something in for each scholar in the class. We'll spend the last couple of minutes of Friday passing out those materials. It is not required to bring something in, so don't think that you have to go to the store, guys, and buy something. So that's coming up on Friday, toward the end of the day. But also remember, guys, Friday, February 14th, is an early release day at 1:10 p.m. So we'll be having that toward the end of the day. But Friday is an early release day happening at 1:10 p.m. And then don't forget, guys, next Monday, President's Day, is a day of no school for all. Okay, so we have an early out on Friday and then no school on Monday. Just keep those 2 things in mind as we rock and roll, guys. And at this time, to take you to number 1, I got to send you over to the VODCAST section for a ton of strategies, rock stars, for you to earn some house points for your house. I'll see you guys on the other end. Alrighty, guys, welcome to number 1, the top thing that you need to know for this week, which is how can I earn some house points to get my house ahead? So we are at the home of Room 21 sites.google.com/staffordschools.net/room21rockstars. And as always, rockstars, you can access our website. If you don't want to type it in, you don't have it favorited, you can simply access it by going to our Google Classroom page, and it's available under the useful links section. So a couple of quick things I want to show you for the week. Under the weekly strategies tab, let me go there right now. You guys are going to find that the weekly review is up and ready to go. It's copied in the front of the classroom already. As always, you can complete it on a sheet of paper. Think about Lena in the City of Ember when she took off the wrapper on the can and drew her picture on the back since they don't have any paper. You can wait till you get to class to print it out. You can do whatever as long as you show all of that work in your thinking and strategies, scholars. So week of February 10th, what we're going to be focusing on, 2 things this week, guys. We're going to be wrapping up our study of algebraic patterns, and then we're going to be moving to the multiplication of fractions. So we kind of have a 2-pronged approach going on here, guys, with our patterns and with our multiplication of fractions. So you'll find with the patterns that are right up here, you're simply finding the rule of each of the pattern sets. And then we're going to look briefly tomorrow, guys, at the input and output tables. But again, these are the same type of tables that we looked at the other day. Let me show you why. So you're asking yourself, how am I getting from 3 to 9? How am I getting from 4 to 12? How am I getting from 5 to 15? from 6 to 18, from 7 to 21. It has to be the same for each of those. So you're asking yourself, you're drawing in that bridge and thinking about the rule. And if you can, challenge yourself to include the variable in the rule. Yes, I heard you do the chant. But anyhow, you'll see that the input is represented by variable X and the output is represented by variable Y. So try to use those as best as you can, guys. Those are available there as well. Now, we will really be focusing on input-output tables like this tomorrow, but I wanted to include it on the review for today anyhow, guys. Also, complete the missing patterns right here. And then I did throw in one order of operation just so that we're coming back and reviewing those concepts that we've studied, guys. Now, coming up on Tuesday, we do have our science test on sound and light. We started studying last week, guys, with our scavenger hunt around the building. We're going to have one more day of review tomorrow. So on the weekly review this week, I decided to throw up all the vocab that we've been studying, working on during this unit. And what I want you to do is choose 4 to 5 of those vocab words from the list and use them in a sentence or draw an image, something visual to show the meaning of the word. Make your own meaning for each of those words. So guys, you want to start studying now. Remember I said, put in a little bit of time each day, and that's going to add up over time. And also make sure you're only working on / studying things that you really think you need to focus on. So remember on Friday, I showed you guys my card sort. I took the vocab cards. I looked at each of the vocab cards, and I made 2 piles. I made a pile of things that I absolutely already know, and I made a pile of things that were still a little cloudy for me. So the things that I absolutely already know, I might look through those one quick time, but I'm not going to spend much more time with those. I'm going to set those aside, put them back in my bag, say, I got this. Now, the other ones, the fact that maybe things were still a little cloudy, I'm going to make sure I'm intentional about going through each of those and making myself a little stronger with those. Maybe I look back at my science notebook. Maybe I think about the labs that we performed, and maybe I also look at the vocab cards. Remember last week, guys, we added a visual to each of the words. Something else that may help is make a movement for the word, like we do with our FlowCab vocab, guys. That could be another way that you could become really successful with that. So that's available on the strategy review for the week. And don't forget, guys, our test is coming up on Tuesday. When I get off of this, I'm actually going to link up the Quizlet that we have available, guys, on here, so that you can also access your vocab cards online through the Quizlet. So I'll put that on the weekly strategy session. It's already available over on the classroom page, okay? I added a couple of more links here, guys, including subtracting fractions, patterns, and then I did put a link for multiplying fractions, which we're going to start in a couple of days after we wrap up our algebraic patterns. So we have both of those things going on there, guys. As always, as long as you show your work, everything will be worth 2 house points. And I forgot to tell you, with the weekly VODCAST house point review, it's not a double house point week, guys, but still 50 house points, still very important for the success of your house. And then I know, guys, we're still on Unit 10 vocab in Quizlet. I promise you we're going to get to that this week. I wish I could just have you guys for like 2 more hours a day, and then we could do everything under the sun that I possibly could dream of. So that's one thing that kind of took the back burner last week, guys, with everything else we were doing, learning our PQB strategy and reading, working our way through City of Ember, all that good stuff. So that is available. And I promise you we will start that this week. So that's our review for the week. As always, guys, I'm going to send you back over to the big screen to wrap up our weekly VODcast. Okay, Room 21 Rockstars, as always, I hope that those strategies were effective. Thanks for counting down the top 5 things that you need to know for this week. And I know you're probably like, Mr. Record, you forgot the secret hashtag of the week. I didn't. I was just changing it, putting it in a different place. Actually, no, I did. So I'm going to add it right here, guys. So the secret hashtag for this coming week is hashtag Blue Sky. Hashtag Blue Sky. That is all I will say. It will make sense this week. And I'm going to have you figure out what subject area that will make sense. But hashtag Blue Sky. Bring that in for 10 house points. Room 21 Rockstar families, as always, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me, because don't forget, you guys are the very best families in Stafford County, Virginia, and I will see you right back here next week for the top 5 in Room 21. Have a good week, guys.